Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of Counterline. Alright, today we're working on a little bit of hay. And as you can see, I have the hay. It has all been tedded and raked already. And I got the John Deere 4760 over here with a baler. And it's ready to go. Let's just set this up. Let's see, at 100%, yes. And we're gonna do we're gonna do these headlands first, because that's the way you would normally do it. I guess it really doesn't matter which way I start. I guess we could do it this way. It's not clockwise though, so it's messing me up. Alright. I think last time we had this set up with the... I want to say we had this with the... 8340 I want to say it was. There we go. Drop that bale out here. So we're not going to do, I probably won't do all whole field on this episode, because that would just take a while. And I don't think everyone really wants to see baling for 30 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever. But some people like that, so we're going to do a little bit of baling today. We might do a little bit more mowing, I don't know. We'll see. Nice. Actually, I can see it in the rear view mirror there, which is pretty slick. Normally when you're in a tractor, not every tractor will show what's behind the baler very well, so you won't be able to see it as easily, let's say. So it's like it won't show the tailgate going up and everything. There we go. Dropping back down. Nice. Now, one of the other things I thought about doing actually was there is of course some other options for balers out there, and we got the round baler, but we could always get the what would be the square baler, but the one from the Massey Ferguson pack, which has such a low horsepower requirement, it's crazy. That one only requires, let's see, baling. Here we are. Is it in here? It should be. Not that. Where is it? Nope. This guy right here. It's only 50,000. It only has an 85 horsepower requirements, but still makes full-size bales. So that's a good little option for if you want to kind of have a low horsepower square baler, but you don't want to put the horsepower into it by having like enormous tractors for it. So technically this tractor could actually work. I think almost all the tractors could work that baler, honestly. I mean, we could switch it out at this stage. Wouldn't really make a difference. That'd be curious. I think we'll stick to rounds for now. Maybe next time we'll switch out to square. So I'll leave it, if I remember to, I'll put a poll in the top right hand corner. Do you think we should switch out to that Massey Ferguson square baler? If so, vote in the poll in the top right hand corner there. And let me know. There we go. Usually there's a bit more of a, I feel like there should be a bit more of a wrapping process. Because usually when you get to a full bale, you have to like sit there for a second and wrap the bale. I guess put the twine on it, whatever. But it seems like these are like ready to go as soon as you just plunk them out. It's like done. It's kind of bizarre. So this is that tractor that Ross did, but he also did, I picked up one of the other ones he did was on FS-UK. He also did he Americanized another John Deere tractor that was made by Sotillo, I believe. It's not that one, it is the 7800, which is somewhere in here. Nope. This guy right here. 40,000, that seems super cheap. So that's that one he Americanized. Nice little tractor. So that's the other one. It's on FSUK if you're interested. One of the more recent ones that he did. So we will probably do a mod matchup on that maybe today or something like that. We'll see. We'll see how much I get sucked into Farm Sim today. Lately, it's been kind of funny. I've been like really getting into Farm Sim and just kind of like, I realized that been spending a lot of time just messing around with it. and just playing it. You know, I don't know. I find myself watching Farm Sim a lot. Not necessarily watching YouTube, but like playing, like setting things up with CourseMate, for example, or setting things up with a hard worker, or doing it myself, and just kind of enjoying the experience, so to speak. There we go. If you're wondering why it's going so fast, that's with the auto unload function. You can get that off the mod hub. It's by Decker. Also, apparently that little fan in there is not a flywheel. It's just a fan. But I think last time I was doing this, I think last time I mentioned it, I think I called it a flywheel like a dozen times, and like there were quite a few people who were like, "Yeah, Ian, that's not a flywheel, by the way. It's a fan." Anyways, it's all good. I wonder how many bales we're gonna get from this. I feel like we're getting quite a lot already. How many have we gotten so far? Let's see. Statistics this session, 11 bales so far. That's pretty good, actually. We're just going to continue on the same path we started on, which is right here. This is the starting point, of course, but hey, can't win all the time. Or it's the ending, depending on which way I had the course set up. It's funny, I just washed this tractor and I got this dirty already. I don't think, even if you set it up so the dirt is slow or off, I don't think it'll make a difference. Let's go with slow, just see what happens. Because I feel like we're getting like, I could drive the tractor like 2 inches and it'd be just a mess. That's what it feels like, at least. Anyhow, there's that weird little hill there. There we go. It's such a rough little patch on the field. I don't know why. I think it's a mistake, honestly. Because if we come over and take a look at this, look how rough this is right here. I feel like this should be smoothed out right here. Because this over here is smooth, that over there is smooth, but this isn't smooth. So I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it does seem a little excessive for comparison to the rest of the field. Alright. So we made 11 bales so far, not too bad. That must have been about the 12th bale or so. There we go. Nice. I do like this tractor, actually. I think the Tetris could use a little bit more work, but I understand why. I don't think it's easy to find textures for this older style tractor. There, very nice. So, how I'm doing this specifically is I've set up the drive control so it stops at 100%. So basically, when I reach a certain percentage, it's basically gonna, you know, start to, well, it's gonna stop us at 100% basically, and then that's when the automatic bale kicks out. You can do it manually too, but I just have it set up this way for the time being. Although I am missing little tiny bits. If you look closely, there'll be a little tiny bit right here that I'll be missing, but not much. Just a little tiny bit. There we go. That's that one of the headlands done. Nice. So we probably got about 12 or 13 bales from that. That's not too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. Now, one of the things that I mentioned last episode about bales is if you don't store them correctly with a seasons mod, they will rot. Now, apparently, that is only if the map is set up that way. Because if the map is not set up that way, it won't do that, apparently. So I did not know that, but apparently that's what happens. So if the map's not set up with that specific thing in mind, it won't do anything. Like, you can just store your bales wherever, apparently. So I don't know if that's if this will make a difference or not, but It's just like the what would it be, the bale extension from FS15. So it used to be where if you didn't store your bales inside, they would lose their quality basically, and they would go down over time. Whereas I'm not sure how they work with the seasons mod. All right. So one thing you can do is you can go maximum speed, and then when you hear the buzzer or whatever, you can put your back down to your slower cruise control speed, and usually 10 I believe is the best. So if you hold down your cruise control, it goes to the maximum speed. Once you get to like 85, 90%, then you just double click and bring it back down to the slow speed. That's how I like to do it, at least. There's definitely more than one way to do it though. There we go. Very nice. So we're on day 6 of the spring here. So we have 9 days of the spring, which hasn't been too bad so far. And apparently what may cause some issues is if you fast forward time. Like I like to fast forward time, and apparently that causes issues. So one of the reasons why I started using the growth manager to begin with was because I like to fast forward time sometimes. So by having that growth manager in, it just automatically sets it up so everything grows at an equal rate, no matter whether I fast forward time or not. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So technically, I probably should put it on. I don't know, maybe. And when did we start the day? Like 5x time or something like that. There we go. Start around this path now. Oh, apparently we're gonna get one at there. So I'm gonna go back to their starting spot over there, just so I can continue in a nice line here. Apparently we missed a chunk there. That's fine. We're probably gonna get a good chunk of, a good number of bales on this field, I think. I don't know how many specifically, but a good number at the very least. Alright, let's go down here and continue here. I'm just doing this because it just seems like the right thing to do. I'm going in the right direction now. There we go. Take it nice and slow around the turn. Nice. Now the funny thing is, I feel like you're never going to get all of the hay or grass or whatever it happens to be your straw. I feel like there's going to be parts where you're going to miss chunks of it all the time. There we go. Now what we could do is, let's just double check to see how much that wrapper is, because then we can wrap these bales as well. Let's see, I don't know how much the coon wrapper is. 50 grand? Ooh, actually it's not that expensive. So we could wrap some of these bales too. And that would work with a square baler too, is what I'm thinking. So if we switch over to the Mass Ferguson square baler, we could also get that wrapper and then wrap some of these bales up. It's not a terrible idea, I suppose. And that would give us a little bit of silage. I don't think actually that there is a bunker around the cows. I don't think there is actually. Are the cows even here? Let's just take a quick little peek over by the cow farm just to see, because I'm not even sure. The cows are in the, that's pigs in the middle of nowhere. Where are the cows? Sheep? I feel like I'm blind right now. Okay. This is the cow pasture. Oh no, there's a bunker here. Okay, good. Oh, no, that's not what I was looking for. That's not the type of bunker I'm looking for. Where is it here? Silos. Maybe they have... No, there isn't a bunker here. Oh no, there they are. I'm just lost all the way over here in the distance. Alright. That's bizarre. I guess field 11 would be the closest field to us. Let's see, field... Is this a pasture over here? That seems like it's... Why does that look so strange? Yeah. Okay, that's why it looks strange, because you can see like there's a... They're not sharing the same wall. It's actually two separate walls. That's why it looks so bizarre. And this one's like extra long, and the other one's shorter. That's strange. Anyways, let's go check out this pasture over here, just to see if we can indeed use it as a pasture. It looks like we can, actually. So what we could do is we could do... could cut this and use it for our chaff over here. That wouldn't be terrible, actually. Wouldn't be terrible at all. Let me just check something real quick then. If that is the case, forage harvesters, let's see, how much is that pull behind Massey Ferguson? Is it not in here? It should be. Sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes where it should be is not where I would expect it to be all the time. Let's see if we can't find Massey Ferguson once again. There it is. How much is that pull behind? I don't think it's that expensive. This guy right here. Oh wow, it's 7,000. We can totally hook that up. What I'm thinking is we can mow that field right down there, and I believe we can put it right into one of our trailers that we have already. Oh, that's totally cool. And then we can just drop it off right in here, which would work perfectly fine, I imagine. Yeah, we could do that, assuming these bunkers work properly. And then we would have a little bit of chaff or silage for our cows. I didn't realize I was baling this far away from the... Where the heck am I? I guess not that far. It seems a lot further because the map's so huge, but it's not that far, I guess. Now, I also want to check... was it this? No, these ones over here. I want to see if these ones actually store stuff. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. So I'm going to check this out real quick to see if these actually store things. That would be awesome if they did, though. Nope. Well, I think I looked at this last time. I'm like, are they there for any particular reason? And no, they're really not. They're there for show. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Good to know. So what we could do is we could actually hook that up. Maybe that's what we'll have to do next episode. I'll get the 885 out there just mowing, and then we can make some chaff. Haylage, I guess it would be technically. So that's what happens when you have it on full speed. That's how much you miss. But if you have it on like 10 kilometers an hour, you'd miss a lot less. So there you have it. Yep, I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to chop that up over there and put it into the bunker, because this is we could sell these two, but we don't really need the money at this particular time. What we do need is some cows at some point too. So we can get the chopper. We already have a trailer that would work probably, well, it would work for sure. I don't know if it will pull behind, mind you. It might work. I'd have to double check honestly, but that's a cheap implement. $7,000 for that chopper. That's super cheap. A lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be, actually. Someone was saying that I should get the quick camera mod. So basically, I have the keyboard steering mod, and this is one of the options you have in the keyboard steering mod as well. So I just always forget to use it. So I end up just looking back with my mouse and being like, "Yep, looks good." Because I find this is kind of like, I find it, I don't know, doesn't seem right. I guess this is what I'm trying to say. There we go. Let's get that done there. Very nice. So far the bales haven't been rolling around that much yet, which is good for us. I'm sure they will at some point, depending on which section of the field we're on. And having this little extra horsepower on some of these hills is a good thing too. Makes our lives just a little bit easier. This still slows the tractor down. But not as much, let's say that. There we go. Chop that bale off there. It might roll away. We'll see. There we go. Let's get that done. Sweet. So what we'll do is we'll get up to the top of the field right here, top of the corner there, and then we'll stop for the time being. Because I realize how much time I've spent baling so far. But hey, it depends on how you like to play. Like, I don't always do this, and I try not to do it all the time because it is not necessarily the most exciting thing to see all the time. But some people love this. Some people love mowing and making hay bales and whatnot. So we're doing this right now. This is like our first cut essentially. Because now that we have seasons, we can kind of like do first cut. And I don't know how the growth cycle works with the grass. I don't know if it's going to grow again in the fall. Because normally, let's say, in my neck of the woods, you would do first cut around July, depending on what kind of farm you had. And then, yeah, I think it's around July. I think that's what it would be. Maybe a bit earlier, maybe a bit later. And then usually you do first, second cut, and that's it. But if you're a dairy farm, usually you do like, it could be, you know, 2 or 3 cuts. Depends on where you are and what you've planted, basically. So you may do like alfalfa and stuff like that too. Alright. Getting up to the corner here. There we go. And we'll just continue, like I said, up until the corner where we started to kind of idea. And then we'll pick up some of these bales. Not all of them, just some of them. There we go. I think the little buzzer starts going off around, I think it's like around 80 or 70% or something. It seems like it's pretty quick. There we go. Yeah, yeah, we could totally get the square baler. Wouldn't take very much. If we sold this baler, wouldn't take very much at all. There we go. We'll just leave that there for the time being. And we'll come over here. Let's grab this guy right here. So this is the trail that might work behind the other, behind that chopper. Alright, and there's that production facility, which we can't do anything with right now, but we have at the very least. That's why we're getting cows. We're moving towards cows. What am I doing? I want to go this way. And that's why we're moving towards cows, because that is what will allow us to actually start production on fertilizer and seed, basically. Here it is, right here. Here's our forks that I so graciously left there for myself. There we go. And where's the Oliver? Look at the Oliver on the bale trailer there. Wherever I left that. I want to say it's up here in the corner somewhere. Oh, no, there it is. Get the old girl out here. Put her on the bale trailer. And pick up a couple bales. Where's the lid? Oh, there, it's on the other side. Pick up the tongue over here. And then what we'll do is we'll put a couple bales on manually. We'll try to make it pretty. I forget who, I think it was Will. He was like, yeah, invite me over. All right, I can't do that with this trailer, this tractor. That's what irked me the last time. Why I can't do that, I don't know. But I can't. I'm still surprised by that, honestly. Anyways, I guess we'll just put this back in there then again. This is what I think it's exactly the same thing I want to do last time, and I'm like, oh right, this is not going to work. Okay, let's put this over here. Look at that. The little tiny truck over to there, and look how dirty the tires are already. Also, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I put dualies on the case stagger. I think it looks way better with dualies. I think you can put triples on this one too, but I think triples is a little bit too big. Let's grab this guy then. And we'll put the trailer on this one, because apparently the Oliver does not work with that. So it looks like the Oliver is just used for, it's only going to be used for a little bit of haymaking stuff. There we go. Take this into the field. We'll pick up a few bales. We won't do the whole field, because that would take a while, but we'll do some of it. Alright, let's park this over on the side here somewhere. There we go. And let's pick up a few bales here before it gets too late. I don't think they factored in stuff related to bales, so like technically you should, you know, maybe let these sit a little bit first. I think I had this discussion last time with you guys about letting bales sit for a little bit before you pick them up and put them on and transport them and store them and whatnot. So let's see here. That's good there. I guess the easiest way to check is like this. I feel like that's cheating if you're gonna see. I think in reality, with it. There you go. And if you want to push it and adjust it and get it real fancy, you can do this. I don't care usually, but that's what you can do. And just adjust it ever so slightly if you're really really picky about the way your bales are sitting, but usually I don't care. Alright, there we go. Let's grab another one here. Grab it on the left fork once again. I almost should have got a single fork instead of the dual forks here, because I feel like I'm missing out a little bit. I probably could pick up two. Let's just try real quick here. I might be able to do this. Let's see. I honestly don't know if this tractor would be able to handle two bales on the front. I think the hydraulics might give out. Let's see here. Is that close enough? No. Oh no, there we go. It's not very pretty, but it works. No. That wasn't quite enough. Anyways. There are some auto-loading, I think I'm not sure if there are in 17 actually. I don't know. There were in 15 where you had these auto-loading forks, so you can just pick up two bales automatically at the same time. But I don't know if they have that in 17. Did the bale come off? No, we're good. So there were some cool things in 15, that's for sure. Just like every mod, every version of Farm Sim has some interesting things that didn't quite make it into the previous, or the next game I should say, the predecessor. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it goes sometimes. You can't always, you know, bring every mod over, and sometimes you don't really want to either. Sometimes it just loses its charm when you bring it over as well. Let's push that bale over a little bit. Apparently it doesn't want to be pushed. Alright, lower that down. I feel like you really gotta like push the bale down for it to come off the fork sometimes, because it feels like it just sticks there other times. So anyways, we'll do one more, make it an even 4. Let's grab this bale right here, get lined up. There we go. What we'll do is we'll put these bales over by the dairy farm, obviously, because that's what we're trying to do this for. We're trying to being the keywords here. we get prepared for our cows. Oh sure, now you just get bumped over. Jeez. Alright, how close are we? Let's lower that down. There we go. Let's put that back down there. Nice. Sweet. Now, I guess I could do this. What is it, R? Put the cables on them. It would be nice if you could. Actually, I probably could. Here, one sec. Just in case, yeah. Just in case you ever want to roll a bale. There you go. I don't think you'd honestly get on that and roll it, but you could. But that, of course, is not done normally. In reality, like with the base game, you can't do that at all. But if you have the game extension, it allows you to do stuff like that. I don't know. I think in reality, you probably could roll a bale if you really needed to. A 4-foot bale, at least. So, anyways, folks, that'll be it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Counterline action. Catch you guys later.